Hi there, hope everybody is doing great. Today I have something interesting for all the students, researchers, and entrepreneurs who are interested to study environment or work for the environment because I got an opportunity to interact with a PhD scholar who is studying in IIT Bombay. His name is Rishabh, and his journey is quite interesting because he has worked in different aspects of the environment in an interdisciplinary approach using different kind of technologies. He has worked with wastewater treatment using photocatalysis. He has also used an approach of metagenomics to study different kind of microbial community involved in treating wastewater. So it's quite interesting. And later on, he also have studied glacier melting, which is also an interesting and important aspect to conquer the problems of the environment. And now he's doing his PhD in IIT Bombay to study air and atmosphere using remote sensing technology. So if you guys are curious to learn about his journey, you have to check out this video because in this video we have covered different kind of aspects of environment-based research. Second, how to write a research article and what is an experience of writing a research article. Third one that we have covered in this video is the Prime Minister Research Fellowship, how to get Prime Minister Research Fellowship Award because it is one of the most prestigious fellowship given to Indian PhD scholars. So if you guys want to know all of these things, you have to watch out this video, guys. Hi guys, welcome to Talk with Nick again. Today I have a friend called Rishabh who is doing PhD from IIT Bombay. I have done a lot of internships and master dissertation in IIT Delhi, Miranda House, IIC Bangalore, which are one of the topmost institutions for doing different kind of research work. He's an expertise in environment-based subject and have done a lot of work with water and presently doing PhD in the atmosphere area with a lot of different technologies like remote sensing. So we are going to learn a lot about environment in this aspect. But before I start the video, I should also mention that he has been awarded the Prime Minister Research Fellowship Award, which is one of the most prestigious fellowship. So Rishabh, thank you so much for coming into the show. It is really fantastic to have you here.
Hey Nick, thanks a lot, yeah, for inviting me here. It's a great opportunity, and I also say that you are doing a very noble work. Like it's good.
Thanks, man. It's a really fantastic to meet people like you because I'm getting to interact with young researchers and to get to know research at the grassroots level from different fields. So it is a fantastic experience. I learned many things from different researchers, from different students. It's really amazing. So we already know about a little bit about Prime Minister Research Fellowship because there was one more student, Atarai, who's going to do PhD in ISC Bangalore. She came into the show and talked about general process and she talked a little bit about the 200 word abstract and how your research project is going to go. So we're not going to go more detail into that one, but if you could give some insights how to prepare your application package for this one Prime Minister Research Fellowship so that students are prepared in order to work on their application.
Okay. So this PMRF, it is like in India, it is one of the most renowned fellowship, Prime Minister Research Fellowship. And for this, you need three, four things to apply. First, I'll go with your basic introduction, that is your CV. That you have to prepare anyhow very well. And second is your SOP, statement of purpose, like why you are interested to join PMRF.
Okay.
Third, you will go with your research interest, just like in the form of your research proposal. And the last thing is letter of recommendation that do a very needful thing for your selection procedure. Like if
How
it
many letters of recommendation do you need?
you can give one also, but it's better if you give one from your master's guide and one from your PhD guide. It's really good.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So all these documents, it's quite kind of very similar to apply for PhD abroad.
Yeah,
So
almost.
you mentioned about CV, you mentioned about SOP. I think when we will talk about your research internships and research experience, we will cover all those things what you have mentioned. And
Yeah.
in the end, you can give us some brief on how you prepared your CV and the motivation letter. So can you tell us a little bit about where did you do your first internship as an undergraduate student?
Okay. I did my undergraduation from Delhi University and Ramjas College from there only. So during my graduation days, I have completed my internship at Miranda House, Delhi University. There is an agency which is under Inspire. So I worked under them on metagenomics approach, like filtering out the vegetable waste and degradation efficiency of the microbes. This is the metagenomic approach for vegetable decomposition.
For vegetable decomposition. What was the main objective of this project? Was there an academic objective or the industrial objective?
It is more or less a combined approach, like academics as well as the industrial approach. Like we want to filter out the microbial decomposition efficiency and how much time they will take to decompose that waste. Like we have collected from some landfill sites, Azadpur Mandi, and like all those things. We have
Oh,
collected samples. Yeah.
so you went out there, collected all the wastewater, take out all the microbes, extracted the DNA, and then did the
Yeah. Yeah.
metagenomics.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
And you did all those things in just 2 to 3 months internship?
Yeah, yeah, I have done on a long scale, if I say, like I have done it for 8 months, but I am
Okay.
awarded certificate for 3 and 4 months, which is a predefined criteria for that.
I understand that thing. When you are a student in Indian universities, you only have 2 or 3 months of official
Right,
certification.
right,
But in
right.
order to get the results, you need to work extra time, and it's like that only.
Yeah,
So I
right.
think we have point out one important point that if students wants to do a research project, it's going to take 8 9 months to get something, and that's how it's going to go. So did you publish any paper or presented any article or did some conference on this one?
Yeah, I gave an oral presentation and presented my poster also in Jaipur there. But I'm not able to, like, unfortunately, I'm not able to publish any paper at that time because I'm at graduation level and so I didn't get much time and I don't want to put so much efforts also at that time.
Well, that's fine. You have the experience of collecting the samples. You're doing a lot of molecular work and the transcriptomics, and you were in the second year or third year of.
I'm in my second year, yeah, second year of my
So you
graduation.
did your second year. I have your LinkedIn profile on my another phone, so I'm just checking. You have done a lot of work here, and so where you did your second internship. You didn't do your second internship. You directly went for the master's dissertation in IIT Delhi, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And over there you were working, you published a paper in this subject. So can you tell us a little bit about what kind of research project you did and how was your experience of publishing a paper?
When I joined masters, the seeds of research they get inculcated in me. From there only, I started like, yeah, I want to pursue my future in research. So I just like a little active. So then I started my work, my master's dissertation in my own university only. Because of these COVID situations and all, they are just coming. So I was like a little curious. So I just started my master's dissertation there only. But to my fortunate, one day I just presented my work somewhere, and there is some professor who is visiting from IIT Delhi, and then he just picked me up like, "Hey Rishabh, if you want to work with me, you can." And then I send him a formal mail and all those things, like all things going away, and
That,
I landed into IIT Delhi for
wow,
that
that's great.
internship. And after
So
that, I work on like my basic work at that time is photo degradation. Like by using the light, we can filter out the water, and like this is the basic thing what I say.
for
We are
degradations.
working on a photo catalyst like GCN, graphite carbonate. That is much more like sciences, so I don't want to go deep into that. So we
Well,
are
I
working
would
on that.
really like if you could throw what kind of light it is. Is it similar to LED, the lights that we use in the home, or
Okay,
it's a little
okay.
bit different?
I'll elaborate. We are using a visible light or UV radiations we can also use. So
Hmm.
we are using some photocatalyst which is known as graphitic carbon nitride GC3N4. It
Okay.
is a compound which is obtained from the carbon only. So we are using that compound for the degradation of water textile dyes.
Okay.
Like the water which is contaminated by textile dyes or the pollutants from the textile industry, we are going to degrade that. And like at the end of my master's dissertation, I am able to publish a paper in that also.
Wow, that's really great. And can you use the same compound to degrade other kind of wastewater like agriculture, animal, this
Yeah,
kind of
there
thing?
is a lot of scope to like there are a wide range of applications for GCN to use, but particularly during my master's, I'm saying like I have done this sort of work
That's great, man.
in
That's really great.
collaboration with the Department of Physics, IIT Delhi.
And are there any small scale or large scale industries using this technology to degrade the wastewater?
Actually, we have just made what I say, like a demo type of thing, and we have just visited some industries, and there is an industry in Panipat who is using this technology now.
Really important for us to mention these industries who are using this kind of technologies to filter out wastewater, because wastewater is a problem in India.
Like I can say that they are using it, but on a very small scale, so I can't highlight that thing. Like it
But
is,
well, it's a start, man. It's a start. It's very important to
yeah,
start things. So it's a good start, and I hope that all other small scale industries are checking it out, and they can also start it at small scale, and they can contact you to build up the
yeah.
more
Hope for
bigger
the
and better
best.
prototype. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to the next step, and now you are doing a PhD. I think you did some more internship in IIT Bangalore, right?
No, that I have done like recently, online internship only. It's not like it is like a summer program only, like for 2 months. It is a summer program on glacier studies and remote sensing applications.
Okay. So what did you learn over there about glaciers?
Their
Because
context, they are just dealing about the Himalayas, like the melting rate, how it is going to affect, and the associated climate change. So they just quote out some applications of the remote sensing, how we can use them, like NDVI, VDI. These are some of the applications which we can use in remote sensing applications for sorting
okay.
out that how much the glaciers are melting and snow cap ice covers are melting.
So are they melting a lot, or is it like, is it at the alarming rate these days? What did you figure it
Yeah,
out?
we can say that it is melting a lot. Like in Himalayas, one glacier, I'm not able to recall its name right now. It is showing a very tremendous like melting. So that
Oh,
is really alarming.
okay. Thanks. Maybe you can send me the name of the peak later on, and I could put it in my description section.
Yeah, yeah.
So after that, you are doing a PhD in IIT Mumbai now. So what's your PhD about?
Now I'm working on electrochemical applications for carbon dioxide sequestration and its life cycle assessment.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
really great. I really like your journey. You started with the treating the wastewater, then you used different kind of strategies to treat the wastewater. Then you worked a little bit with the industries. Then you studied the glaciers, that the glaciers are melting, and now you are figuring out technologies to capture the carbon dioxide.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
this is really good. You have covered all the aspects of the
Uh,
environment.
yeah, actually, my department is climate and atmospheric sciences, so I have to deal with the like a sort of atmospheric sciences also. So that's why I choose this topic because I am remain untouched from the air background. That's why I want to like explore it now.
The air one. That's really fantastic, man. You are exploring all the environment and you have done it fantastically throughout your undergraduate, masters, and now in the PhD. I think you have just joined the PhD, right?
Yeah, yeah, just only
So
January
you're
21.
so maybe I should get back to you after 1 year and ask you more about the air part and
Yeah,
how
for
things are
sure.
going in the air. It would be really amazing to learn about that. So now we have talked a lot about your research, and in the beginning you talked a little bit about how to prepare, a little bit about the importance of SOP, CV, and all these things. So how did you mention all these things in your CV? Did you follow any particular kind of strategy or a protocol so that your CV stands out, your SOP stands out?
Like here, I want to highlight one thing. If you are a master student and preparing for PhD in some good research institute or maybe foreign also, so it's a good to go time. Like you will go in some research orientation field. Like during my masters only, I'm able to publish one paper as a first author and the other four papers as a co-author
Mhm.
by working with some of my PhD scholars in my lab. So it's really good if you get an opportunity to work in some lab. You will work there, learn, work hard, and publish some papers because if you are having some research background, because as the name suggests, PMRF is Prime Minister Research Fellowship. It is not a grading fellowship or CPI fellowship. It is just a research fellowship. So if you are having a good research area, you are having good research publications, then it is a sure that you will get, like somehow it is a sure. So
Wow.
this is what I want to highlight. Just go for the research publications.
Research publication.
Yeah.
And wow, that's
CPI also matters. Like here, I want to clear one thing. Like there are two channels in PMRF. One is direct and another one is lateral entry. For direct channel, you must done your masters from one of the renowned institutes. I can say like some IITs, some NITs, and there are some central universities also like BHU, DU, JNU. From there, if you have done your masters and you are holding a CPI of 8 and a gate score of 650, which is earlier 750, now it is 650. So you can directly go in any of the IITs and apply for PMRF fellowship. This is
Okay.
the direct channel. It is ended like it is there only. Now I'm going to lateral because these two channels now they are creating a lot of confusion. Every day I am receiving more than 50 mails, 50 messages like, sir, how these two channels are different. So that's why I'm elaborating here. Like I'm using your platform to just, yeah. So the second channel is lateral entry. In the lateral entry, first of all, you have to choose a institute which is PMRF granting. So there are some of the PMRF granting institutes like all IITs, some NITs, and some central universities. You have to go to PMRF website and check for that. And after that, once you take admission, you have to prepare your CV, your SOP, your research interest, and then you will take a letter of recommendation from your supervisor or guide under whom you want to work. So this is the lateral entry channel, but there is a but also. You have to score a CPI in your first semester, which is greater than 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah, and this 8.5 CPI is also in the full semester courses having the full credits. Like I'll give an example, like in IIT Bombay, if we are going to apply for PMRF thing, then we have to take 4 subjects, which are 6 credit each. Like they are the full semester courses, then only we are eligible to apply, excluding
Okay.
these technical writing, communication skills, and research subjects, excluding those.
Okay. I can definitely say now that the getting this fellowship is way more competitive than getting a fellowship in abroad countries. It's a little bit
Yeah.
challenging. And can you say like how many fellowships are given to the students who come from the direct entry, and how many fellowships are kept for somebody who's coming from the another route?
I say like there is no particular criteria for this, and there are no data or statistics that are shared with us, like how many. But for a vague idea, just a wild guess I am taking, like there will be more lateral entry candidates as compared to direct entry. So the chances of getting lateral candidates are more, like what I
Okay.
think, because they are having some research publications also as compared to the direct candidates. If they
Okay.
are like,
So research experience and research publication is the key
they,
point
yeah, it
that people
matters.
and the
Like,
students should need to understand. Okay.
yeah.
Thanks, man. I think it was really fantastic to have you here, and you have given a lot of information about environment and have clarified more about the Prime Minister Research Fellowship. It's really fantastic. Thanks for sharing the detailed information, man.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Thanks a lot. And you are doing a really great job. I have just shared your some of videos with my friends also.
I'm very
It
happy,
might be
man. Happy to
helpful.
hear it.
Yeah.
All right, man. And wishing you a very happy Diwali.
Yeah, same to you.